Hey guys, it is Carl Brown for guitarlessons365.com. Today we're going to learn how to play Creep by Radiohead. So we're going to have this clean guitar part here, which is pretty much the only chord progression used throughout the song. And then we're going to do the heavy distorted chorus as well with all the cool octaves. So let's take a look at this first. Now, there is no definitive way to pick this. Just an arpeggiated picking style, and it basically works its way higher through each chord each time. So let me show you the chords first. We're going to start here with just a bar chord shape at the 3rd fret. This is a G major chord. Full bar at the 3rd fret, 5th fret on the A, 5th fret on the D string, and then 4th fret here on the G string. So that's the first chord. Intro, verse, chorus, whatever. And then you're going to move it up to the 7th fret, same exact chord shape. Then move it up one more fret. And now all you got to do, keep the bar, just lift up your 2nd finger. And that makes it from a C major chord to a C minor. So we have G, B, C, C minor. So work on those 4 chords first, and now we can start to pick it, and we do this little variation in it as well. Now, the variation that he does is this. Makes it a quick little sus chord. So what we're going to be doing, pick across the strings from the 6th string all the way to the D string. So we have the low E, A, the D string back to the A string. So you see I'm picking these 3 bottom, and then from the 5th string, alright, then you can kind of come back to the A string, and then what you're going to do is move your pinky over, off of the D string, over to the 5th fret on the G string. So you move going up 1 fret from that 4th fret to the 5th, back to the A string, and then back across, and it resolves back to that 4th fret on the G string. Then do the same thing at the 7th fret. Then at the 8th. And then you just pick across when you get to the minor. I kind of pick the root note there, and then just pick across G, D, and A string, and back to the D. Actually, just through those 3 strings sounds good. Now, every time he plays it, he picks it different. That's why I'm not going to be a stickler about how you're picking everything. Just when you get the suspended chord, now as he goes through, sometimes he won't do the suspended thing. He'll just start picking higher in the chord. So the picking pattern, you're just randomly picking across the chord. Maybe make it to the 2nd string next time. Keep doing that sus if you want. And then maybe the next time all the way to the 1st string. Alright, so they continue building up, moving higher through the chord until you get to this chorus. Now this chorus has a completely different guitar tone on it. It's a really heavily distorted tone, and it's going to be played kind of like this. Alright, so that's the first chorus. We have an extended chorus a little bit later, which I'll take a look at as well. So we're just starting with, you're going to put your fingers down here and mute them across the strings. So just basically barely touch the strings so they're muted. And do a quick down up. And do that 3 times. And then you go into a G. Now this is the G open power chord, meaning that the 5th string isn't in it. So you're going to let your 2nd finger mute that open A string. Everything else is the same as a regular G chord. Then to a B power chord at the 2nd fret here on the A string. Play it like that if you want. And now we make it to the octaves. Now one guitar is just continuing doing, you can play up here, playing the full chorus but just with distortion. But when you get to there, to the C, that's when the octaves start and they're tremolo picked. So here's the octaves. Now, how you play an octave is 3rd fret here on the A string, and you're going to take the same note 1 octave higher up on the 5th fret of the G string. So you want those 2 notes only being heard. So what you need to do is you need to mute that string between them, because you have to pick across them. You don't want that string to be heard by using the bottom of your 1st finger, your index finger, to mute that string. And in fact, that 1st finger can mute every other string as well. It can mute the low E string. You see I'm going a little bit past that note. So I'm muting the low E, and plus this finger is muting the top strings as well. So you're only hearing, I can strum all 6 strings, but you're only hearing the note on the 5th string and the note on the G string. Alright, now the tremolo picking is basically as down up as fast as you can go. Now the easiest way to do this is to take your wrist and bow it out a little bit. That helps get a better angle, and it just works better. It's easier than if you kept your wrist flat like normal. So just bow it out a little bit, bring it away from the face of the guitar. And make sure you get a nice kind of like slicing angle of the pick. So it kind of glides through the strings. You do it at the 3rd fret, 5th fret, 6th, then 8th, and then 10. So alright, so then it just goes back to the same kind of quiet picking part. But the last chorus, when this is really extended and the octaves just keep going, I'm going to play through that real quick. It starts the same as the regular chorus. Alright, so there's a lot going on there. So let's just work our way through these octaves. You know the picking style. It starts the same with 3, 5, 6, 8, and then right here, it really gets to the extended part here, where here the 10th fret, down to 6, then to 9, then 7, back to 10, back to the 6, then go way up high to 15, and then 14, down to 10, 9, 12, 10, and 7, and then 6, kind of hold there without the fast drums, then down to 3, and then just slide it down to 2. Now that's a lot of numbers, I know, so it's really important to know the melody by listening to the original recording a lot. If you know the melody, it's a lot easier to follow those notes. And then you're probably going to have to watch this video, that section of the video, break it down, just watch it a few times, get one, a fourth of it down, memorize it, and then learn the next part. That's when you have this long stream of notes. That's the way how to do it. But really, if you use your ear and know that these octaves are just going up and down the 5th string, it's not that hard to figure out anyway. All right, so I hope you guys enjoyed it. It's a really cool one. I'll see you again soon for GuitarLessons365.com. Bye.